Welcome back to This Is My Voice. I'm Lora Tia, and today we're talking about a subject that a lot of people won't admit out loud. The peace that looks healthy on the outside, but quietly drains you from the inside. There's peace that feels earned, hard-won, and deeply satisfying. Then there's peace that feels convenient, a fragile tranquility that demands silence in exchange for its presence. Many of us have learned to trade our voices for this kind of peace, choosing silence over the discomfort of conflict. This episode is about the peace you pay for, the peace that quietly chips away at who you are, leaving you hollow in its wake. Choosing peace sounds noble, it feels mature, and it certainly seems like growth. But this is what actually happens. You start by picking your battles. Then you pick fewer battles. Eventually, you stop picking any battles at all. You convince yourself you don't have the energy. You tell yourself the argument isn't worth it. Not only that, but you start to believe you're just learning to let things go. But underneath that quiet veneer, a growing distance forms between you and your own voice. One day, you realize you haven't expressed how you truly feel in weeks, maybe months. This is how self-erasure begins, quietly, politely, and without a scene. Real peace of mind is active. It expands you, while avoidance shrinks you. To get peace of mind, you've got to deal with the challenges directly. I think that's what fosters progress and understanding. On the contrary, avoidance creates stagnation and diminishes progress. The tricky part is that avoidance can initially feel soothing. It offers you a sense of stability and maturity until it doesn't. Then over time, it transforms into unspoken resentment and an inexplicable sense of loneliness. You still function, show up, and keep everything smooth, but you are not connected. You remain quiet. There came a point in my own life where I realized I had mastered silence. Not the peaceful kind you might think. It was the kind of silence that came from holding back my thoughts, avoiding confrontation, and letting others speak for me. It was a silence born of fear, not peace. And it left me feeling invisible and unheard. Someone would say something that hurt me, and I would swallow it. Someone would cross a line, and I would lower the line instead of calling it out. Someone would dismiss my feelings, and I would convince myself that the moment did not matter. In the long run, avoidance gets so exhausting. We lie to ourselves that it's easier to keep the peace than risk the discomfort of confrontation. But in reality, it only deepens the wounds. Confrontation, though uncomfortable, is necessary for growth and setting boundaries. When you avoid it, you sacrifice your own well-being for temporary peace, which ultimately leaves you feeling unheard and unfulfilled. Know that every time you choose silence, you let yourself drift further away from who you are. When I was at that stage of my life, I felt less like myself and more like a watered-down version created for the sake of keeping things calm. That is when it hit me. Peace of mind doesn't need me to disappear at all. That is resignation. Ultimately, peace of mind comes from honoring your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about standing firm in who you are, setting boundaries, and allowing yourself to be heard. True peace of mind comes from the courage to confront what hurts and reclaim your sense of self. The hidden cost of silence and avoidance lies in how others begin to relate to a version of you that feels easy to engage with, rather than the version that reflects your true self. Over time, this creates a cycle where expressing your authentic self feels like an overreaction, leaving you trapped in a diminished sense of who you are. So let's be clear, protecting your peace is important, but it should not come at the expense of silencing yourself or disconnecting from your truth. It should not require you to shrink to make others comfortable. Why should you have to shrink to make others comfortable anyway? Shouldn't there be room for everyone to feel comfortable together? This ties back to the people pleaser mentality series, which might be worth revisiting. Peace and truth can coexist. Protecting your peace doesn't mean sacrificing your voice or authenticity. It's about finding balance, honoring your needs while respecting others, creating a space where everyone can thrive without diminishing themselves. Peace can be quiet, but it can also mean choosing yourself boldly. If you have been choosing silence to avoid conflict, you are not weak. You are tired. You are trying, and you are doing your best to hold everything together in the easiest way you know how. Emotional safety is important. It allows you to express yourself without the fear of losing connection or being silenced. You don't have to sacrifice your voice for peace. Your feelings and experiences deserve acknowledgement, and you have the right to expect relationships where emotional safety doesn't come at the cost of your own presence. Your voice deserves a place in your own life. Thank you for joining me on This Is My Voice. If this episode stuck with you, share it with someone you think might be choosing silence instead of authenticity. And don't forget to check out this week's companion post on silent things, titled When Calm Cost You Connection, for a deeper look at the quiet loneliness that comes with emotional distance. Until next time, take care of your peace, but don't give up your voice to keep it.